Alright, boys, it looks good from here. Ha! But I see nasty piles of thatch everywhere. And he did it when it was wet, first thing in the morning. He destroyed the front of this. That dude just destroyed that yard, man. It was ugly. Sorry, it just does. Yeah, Wednesday morning. I feel like I'm a grown-up today. 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like loaded up and rolling. Way too much like a grown-up. I don't know about this stuff. Alright, Wednesday. 3 big properties on the list. And 2 skags rolling. 2 guys in a truck. Just loving life. Ready to go to work. Yeah, I had to get them up early this morning. So they're not really feeling the vibes. But I got a big list and I got to get this stuff done. So yeah, we started early. I was up at 6:45, calling in at 7:30. Yeah. Hey, we're here. Like I always say, hardest part, getting out of bed and getting the day going. So, go strike that place up. It's definitely gonna need a double cut. It's a 2-weeker and it's already on 16 days. So, yeah, let's do it. Are they ready? Yes. Who's mowing first?
Mm-hmm.
You mowing? And then he gets the cabin? Long home?
I get the farm. That's my shit.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
mine.
Dalton's gonna do the first 2, and he's gonna get the last one?
Yeah.
Alright, that works. That works. I've already got the height set. We're good. Start on 4 1/4. Seems too short. Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. And so are the hours that accumulate on this Turf Tiger 2 every day of my life. Let's knock this out, boys. We're going to talk about some thick, tall grass situations and how you can not have a yard looking like that first one that we saw. That was just embarrassing. We saw him cutting that grass on the way into this place. Just had to shake my head. Look at that. Look how thick it is. Soaking wet. He was there at least an hour and a half before we were. Now, I'll start off by saying this. I usually start later in the day when that heavy dew starts hitting in. Because as you know, wet grass is a pain in the... Yeah, you know. You know what I was going to say, but it is. This stuff is thick and nasty. And the wetter it is, the harder it is to make it look good. Look at that thatch. That's just going to be sitting all over top of everything. Oh, man. Tell you what. Back to basics. Back to basics. That's what we're going to have to do. So, you find the thickest section of that property you just showed up on, whether it's the front, the back, the side. You cut that first. and let that wet stuff just sit there and dry out from that beautiful sunshine. And then you move along to the next section, and the next section, and then you backtrack back to that thatch that was super thick and nasty. And it's much drier by then, okay? And if you're gonna go back over wet grass in the same stripe pattern, you are gonna smash down those tire tracks, and your grass in the middle is gonna be sticking up. It's not gonna look good, okay? It's just not gonna look good. The key is hitting it both directions. I don't care which stripe you want to do, whether it's diamonds, squares, zigzag, whatever. The key to not having those smashed down tire tracks and wet tall grass, your second cut has to change directions, okay? And also, you have to get the right height. If you're cutting tall grass too tall, you're definitely going to have those rutted looking tire tracks. And if you cut too short, you're going to have thatch everywhere. So, hey, pick the right height. You're the professional out here. Take that first strip, see if it matches up with what you want. If it's too much coming off there and it's going to make a huge mess, raise it up a 1/4 inch, raise it up a 1/2 inch. But do not cut super thick yards on the regular setting that you always cut it on. It's gonna look bad. No one cares that you raise the deck a little bit, as long as it's nice and smooth looking when you look back at it. Alright. Quick tip for you boys: if you have tall yards that you cut up on 4.5, 4 3/4, take that perimeter pass at a 1/4 inch shorter than the rest of the grass you're going to cut. That way, that grass line beside the weed eating is nice and short. Looks good. We went this way on the stripe pattern, right? Across that way. So what you're going to do is go back to where we started and work your way the same stripe, same direction. Because what happens is if you cut it this direction and then turn around and cut this direction, your stripes will be off just a little bit by the time you get done. Unless you're using the whole deck. If you're using the entire deck, you're not wasting any cutting space, then you'll still stay on your same stripe. But also because over here at the porch, look at it. Over at the porch, your turn has to be spinning away from the porch. That's why I start over there and work my way that way on this stripe here. Because every time I turn, it's away from the house. Okay, so go ahead and just start back over there. And yeah, because all this tall thatch has had time to dry now. And that's kind of why I cut it and just let it lay there for a while, let it dry. So by the time you get over there, cut it across, and then we can change the stripe pattern and do something different, because it's nasty, man. I mean, yeah, those are locust trees. Oh no! Look, we'll have to keep an eye on that one. Locust trees are nasty.
I can feel it.
But yeah, I mean, and that's his second cut through here, so it's nasty. But yeah, we're knocking it out. So roll back over there and you'll be good. That was another back to basics tip I just gave Dalton. You start your stripe patterns and look at the situation to where you're always going to be turning away from buildings, cars, any kind of thing that doesn't deserve grass being shot all over it, especially when it's wet. It ain't coming off easy. So look, the mistake that guy did on that first yard, number one, started too early. The grass was way too wet, way too thick. Mistake number two, he didn't even double cut it. Not even in the same direction. Just left the thatch laying around. Mistake number three, he did not adjust the deck height accordingly to the needs of that property at that time. Yeah. Mistake number four, I don't think he knows how to use that zero turn. Because if he did, he would have never taken that thing on that steep embankment property when it was so wet. No sir, should have known better. Last little back to basics tip for all you guys that are getting these new zero turns and haven't driven them before. When you're coming off curb lines, go backwards, turn the machine around. Your back tires go at a diagonal angle, one at a time off there, instead of your front. Boop, no harm done, nothing broken, nothing bent. It's all good. So yeah, guys, that property that we just did, there's no thatch left, there's no rooster tail sticking up, and it's double cut, different directions for a nice clean appearance. Alright, we are on location at the log home. Dalton's going on the Freedom Z. Ian's gonna weed eat. And hey man, I'm gonna hit these banks first and the outside of this fence line for these boys. Because those are just the more difficult places, and I don't want them having any difficulty today sliding the fences and stuff like that. So yeah. Just absolutely beautiful out here. So good vibes, boys, good vibes. Got a lot of grass cut. Keep on rolling. Alright, back to basics. Back to basics. That's the theme of this video right now. And I would like to think the crew has progressed slightly above the basics by now. They've been out here for a couple months, and I've been going over all this stuff with them as we work. And their work was really, really good, okay? But there's more to this whole operation than just getting on that mower and mowing grass and making it look good, okay? Yes, that is goal number one, get on the mower safely, make everything look good. But guys, back to basics means you pay attention to what's going on all the time, okay? So, if you take a tool off the truck, you put the tool back on the truck. Every time. Because you know where it belongs, and you were the last one. But, not everybody knows that, and I'm pretty sure most of us are guilty of the same mistakes that happen out here. So, I'll show you this mistake that happened. And it's been 20 years since I've made this mistake. And 20 years ago was my fault. This time, I'm not taking the blame for this. No, sir. Not taking the blame for this one. Check it out. Alright, so when no one's paying attention, and they should have been paying attention, this is what happens to your equipment. Luckily, it was old, and gonna get replaced anyways. But yeah, these fools. Wow. Wow. Paycheck's gone. Wow. Yeah. Well, pick up pieces, boys. You got sticker shock yet? Huh? You got sticker shock yet?
Nah.
We'll go with the 180. Alright, so we're thinking about getting a blower that my wife can use also. She comes out and helps in leaf season. But But we gotta get the prices first. So that's where it was wedged. But it didn't mess nothing up. You can see the action. All right, $484 for a new blower. So, yeah. Yeah. So what do? That's right. I take that mangled blower, walk it in, sell it to the service guy for 20 bucks. $464 for a new blower. I love it. Pulling up to the farm. Place looks like it just got cut. Yeah, it definitely looks like it just got cut. That's clean. Beautiful stripes. The field was looking good. This back is looking good. The front was looking good. I wasn't here. I had other stuff to do. So I don't know what's going on. Boom. Oh, that's what's going on. So for the first time ever, this farm property got taken care of without me on site. Without me on site, got taken care of. Perfect. Love it, man. They are rocking it. Oh yeah. There they are. That's right. Them in. They finished.
Right.
Blowing everything? Everything done. So, one of the most important things that you do as a crew supervisor, field foreman, owner, you name it, if you weren't on site on those properties that got taken care of, you do a ride through or a walk through and make sure it's up to standards. So I jump on the mower, roll around, take a look. They did an excellent job, you know. Even after that mental mistake earlier today, that happens to everybody at least once in their career. Look, I think they're past the basics. They just gotta keep their mind in the game all the time. Always gotta pay attention out here, guys. Hey, well done. Proud of you. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Back to the Basics video. And for all you new guys trying to do this stuff as a career, I hope you learned something that'll help you save time and not make bad, nasty messes. See you boys tomorrow. Let's see what these boys thought. Yeah, let's see what they thought. Time y'all start?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. Time y'all finish?
6:30.
6:30. They rocked it out. So, about a 10-acre property. Weed eating the fence lines. All those fence lines you see behind me. All the way down there. And the ones you saw earlier. And it all looks tight. Very proud of what they did. Good job, gentlemen. Yeah, hey, they're definitely learning something. It shows. They're taking over. It's gonna be their business for too long. Elite Landscape style is contagious. Keep watching these videos and you'll be knocking these yards out, making them all beautiful.